Welcome to another episode of Can You Reach That?
Can you reach that?
So, being that it's summertime.
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 Sorry.
Summertime.
In the LBC.
There you go.
Yeah.
Vacation is obviously, everybody starts thinking vacationing and whatever.
Right.
Planning mine. I don't know if you got some summer plans. But it got me thinking, New York's a place I actually have never been.
Same. Never been there. Want to go.
Now, I know one of the most popular tourist attractions
Statue of Liberty.
is,
Twin Towers. Chrysler Building.
Twin Towers maybe used to be.
The site's still
Too
there.
soon. No. Empire State Building.
Yeah.
It's a big tourist. I don't want to say trap. I don't want to be rude like that.
Attraction.
But it's an attraction.
Yeah.
People pay money to go to the top,
Mm-hmm.
and then they pay more money to use some binoculars so that they can look down at the ground.
That they were just standing on.
Yeah. So it's like you pay money to get all the way up there so you can pay some more money to look down. Wow.
Hey, man,
I was all the way down there.
that bird's eye view is a different beast, man.
It hits different.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know because I'm not going to the top of the.
Yeah, you're not a fan of heights, right?
I am not. So
Yeah.
the Empire State Building, I will view it gladly from the ground.
Would you go to the top and not like go to the edge, like just to go to the top, or would that,
No,
you think that would
because
be too much?
I'm a very aware person,
Yeah.
and I have spectacular peripheral vision. So no,
Just being able to see the skyline over the edge would
Yep.
be, yeah.
I mean I can see the back of my chair right now.
Are you part chameleon?
But no, I can't do it, man. I'm gonna know that I'm up there,
Yeah.
and that's all it takes.
So there's no going to the top of the Statue of Liberty then? Is that,
No.
or was that because you're inside on that one, right? Still no.
Still a no.
Yeah.
Still a no. I feel like that even if I know you can feel in skyscrapers, you can feel the sway.
Yeah.
Like I've been told.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, knowing that that's a thing, even if it wasn't swaying, I would feel the sway. My brain would say, "Oh, shit,
It's
we're moving."
Yeah.
So nah, it's just not a good look for me.
Not even as a once in a lifetime, like I'm gonna do it just once, just so that I can say that I did it and be done with it. Not even.
Well, the thing is like those. It's multiple elevators to get back down, and it's time consuming, and you got to wait for them to get there, and then you take. You're in there for 15 minutes to get to a quarter of the way down to get out to go to another elevator.
Right.
That's a long time to think.
Why am I gonna pay to get the shit scared out of me?
Right. Because I'm not going to pay to look down.
Right.
So, but in the meantime, like my brain is just going to be running circles around everything, and yeah, it's not a good look.
Why
for me.
pay to look down when you can look up for free?
So, but that said, while all those people are spending all that time in those elevators and or stairwells, I'm looking at all kinds of other sites throughout New York.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Traffic or not, I by the time they're done, I'm across town. I'm in a different borough. You know what's up.
Yeah.
So,
That's funny.
but it's a trip. I was thinking about that. It's a trip that, like, whenever there's a lookout spot in any city, New York's just an easy example. It's generally a fee to get to the top of whatever that is to view it,
Yeah.
and then there's generally binoculars that you shovel some more money into so you can look down.
Yeah.
I
Nah,
mean,
that's true.
I guess you look across too, but
Yeah. Nah, I mean that's just an old tie over from the past, because that used to be the thing.
right.
Being able to go to a lookout point, pop in your quarter inside the binos, look out, get your 500 times view, and you can see the car that's parked in front of some building far away.
Yeah.
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 Do
So,
people do that now? Yeah. Because you can do the same with your phone now. So why am I going to pay
Right.
pay for the binoculars?
I mean, I've got camera lenses. I mean, if it's a tourist, I'm gonna take my camera up there, and I got lenses that'll probably do much better than them little
Yeah.
quarter slot binoculars. So, but again, no, too high.
I would do it. Something that I want to do eventually.
But it's just an example of how crazy capitalism is. That people will pay to go up to pay to look down at the same spot. You're paying to go up to pay again to look down
Yeah.
to where you were standing before you
I
paid
was
to
like,
go up.
tell me more.
Take my money. Where's the fry?
The fry
Where's the
meat?
fry meat?
Yeah. Take my money.
So yeah, that's
I went to the Empire State Building and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I had to pay for it too.
Yeah, man, nothing's free.
So yeah, that was my thought as I was planning a summer vacay.
So you're going to New York?
I am not. It turns out there's a lot of tall buildings. And I don't want to pay to go to the top of
I
any
don't
of
want
them.
to be on any of them.
Can you reach that? You see that? Let's talk about it. Be that. Believe that. Let the people know that we see that.
And what they want to know.
Can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
Now you're home. Can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
Cool. Reach that? Can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
So what about Grand Canyon? Would you do that?
No, you know, here's the trippy part about my version. I don't know if this is the same for everybody. Chime in.
Yeah.
My version of being scared of heights is direct, meaning there's no grade. It's just you're at the side and then it's down like like a building, right?
Yeah.
The Grand Canyon, you know, there's slopes, there's different levels. You know, there are areas obviously that's straight down. When I was in Colorado, I went on the thing that took you up to Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
14,000 something, feet above sea level. Fantastic views, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. It didn't bother me not one bit.
So the slope makes it different.
Yeah, I'm very aware how high I am. However,
Yeah.
because it's not just like, hey, look at
Straight down.
You know what I mean? Like it's something about the psychology and the fear. But it doesn't faze me as much. Now the air is thinner, so I wasn't breathing well either. So maybe that has something to
You
do
were a
with
little
it.
delirious.
I mean, you're already in Colorado, so you're elevated, and then you're going another
Even higher.
So no, but yeah, it's something about because when I go hiking and stuff, we go to mountain tops and we do things like that, and yeah, the views are fantastic, and I love it. But it's not a direct,
Yeah.
that direct drop.
So no stratosphere in Vegas for you.
No. See, that's going back to the direct.
That's too much. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm down for all of that. I love all of that stuff. The only I've already done the skydiving. For some reason, bungee jumping scares the living bejesus out of me. I don't know what it is. The fact
bejesus,
that
you say.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm suspended by a rubber band or the fact that rubber band is the only thing that's suspending me.
Yeah, you're trusting your life to hold. It's like they. I'm sure there's some sort of a lifespan on those bungees.
Right.
Great for 5,000 jumps, and you
And I
might
just happen to be 5,001.
Well, you might be 498, and it just was a weak one, and let go 2 snaps too soon. It's under
Yeah.
warranty though, so they'll be covered.
Oh, great. Make sure my life insurance policy is up to date.
No, you signed a waiver for that, son. But yeah, bungee's not no go for me for
Yeah.
for obvious reasons.
I mean, there's a part of me that wants to do it, but I haven't worked up the nerve to do it
Have
yet.
you ziplined?
Yes, but not like anything like crazy high.
Right, same here.
Yeah, but I've done ziplining. Ziplining that's cakewalk to me.
It's fairly fun, but you're also trusting that cable.
Yeah, true.
So, but again,
But I feel like I would survive a zipline. At least the ones that I've been on, I would survive the
tuck
zipline
and
fall.
tuck and roll, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So roll with
I
the
just
the
have to
momentum.
remember my training. you
Right.
know?
tuck and roll. Yeah, I mean, ziplining, like the only ones that I've done have been, not crazy high.
Have you done Fremont Street?
No,
That zipline?
no,
That one's pretty cool.
no.
That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, isn't there's the other one too that goes from isn't it like across like on the Rio or something that comes all the way down across the street and all that from outside in or something.
That I don't know.
But I've done some lower altitude
Yeah,
ones.
because I know they
But-
got the one on Fremont Street
Yeah.
inside the quote unquote the tunnel.
I've seen people get stuck.
Really?
Yeah, I've actually seen people.
'Cause that was a pretty long and slow one. And then they
Yeah.
got the one over by the link inside their little promenade.
Yeah.
Where the Ferris wheel is.
Yeah,
at.
I saw one time on Fremont Street. I saw someone that was just kind of dangling,
Yeah.
and then another person came sliding down slowly, obviously, and then had to push them.
Had to get him.
Yeah, and
Scoot it
knock
over.
them the rest of the way.
We'll send somebody else down to push you across.
Right. So
We got a traffic jam on the zip line.
yeah, this just turned into a bungee jump. Here, attach this.
Right.
So
We'll just have to lower him down. That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah. No, I there's a couple of spots like there's I know out in Wrightwood there's a whole place where they've got a zip line tour.
Yeah.
And you go above the canopies and things like that. And I've thought about heading out there one day. It's a little higher, but I've thought about doing it just because it's fun. So
Yeah. I would like to do one of those, like some type of jungle zip line or something where
Yeah.
you're 100 feet or something over the like you start from a mountain and then you kind of go down.
That's the ones out there have that. So I forgot how many they have, but they have like a few out there, like 5 or 6 of them. You pay for the tour and you go on all of them.
Yeah.
And there's even you walk across bridges that are above these little the little rope bridges.
Right.
You rappel down some spots as well. So it's kind of like a whole experience. So I've thought about going out there. I know they changed owners a couple times, but I've thought about going out there and checking it out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but no family vacation plans. Just a lot of concerts.
I know you've been hitting a few.
Yeah. Just recently I did the OC SummerSlam down at the Irvine Great Park.
Yeah, I heard that one was pretty decent.
It's pretty cool. I mean the area itself, because they've been working on that for a minute.
Yeah.
But the way they have it set up, like it's a pretty nice vibe over there. I know they're planning on putting a whole much more
right over the next
events
few
and
years.
activities out in that area. Like it's a pretty nice setup. Even in the concert venue that's like, laid out. It reminded me of a summer jam.
Right.
Back in the day, like the old 106 summer jam or a beat summer jam.
Yeah.
So they had like the lawn area where you can just throw your blanket down, sit down, chill. They got the food vendors, all that stuff there. And then they had it's different because we went there. The first time we went was for Ludacris.
Okay.
Ludacris and Yin Yang Twins were there, and the way they had it set up, there was like a pit right in front of the stage, and they had the seating off to the side. So I'm expecting, this is how they set it up every time. Well, turns out it's not. They do it different. So we went. This last time it was Pretty Ricky, Bow Wow, Soulja Boy, and Flow Rider.
Okay.
We're talking
some early 2000s.
Yeah. Mid 2000s vibe, which was pretty cool. I mean, the main reason I wanted to go was to see Bow Wow. Not much of I enjoy Flow Rider's music, but not much of a Flow Rider fan.
Okay.
So we kind of cut out early because he was the main performer. But Pretty Ricky performed first, which is kind of crazy because, the event started at like 6, so the sunlight's still up. And a lot of Pretty Ricky songs are sexual.
Right.
And, it's kind of a family-friendly event, so there's like little kids there, and they're doing all these songs,
Making the parents comfortable.
Right.
We made you to this.
So you see a couple families like, let's go get something to eat. Because one of the songs, AJ Nothing But a Number.
Right.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, yeah, this song didn't age well.
Right.
It's not appropriate for today's time. But back in the early 2000s, yeah. Even before that, because Aaliyah had AJ Nothing But a Number. Going down ain't nothing but a thing. This loving I have for you. That's where I first started seeing red flags from R. Kelly. But that's another story.
That's a whole nother story. That took a left.
Yeah.
I concert venues, you were talking about concert venues and how they're working that one up and whatnot. And it got me thinking, I don't know if you saw the story, but an unexpected concert venue that's becoming very popular is SeaWorld.
I've seen that.
They're throwing a lot of concerts now at SeaWorld.
I've seen
and
that.
apparently it's a dope venue. People will thoroughly enjoy it. So now it got me thinking like I need to look out for concerts at SeaWorld because now I want to go.
I used to mess with SeaWorld, and then I stopped because of the whole animal cruelty thing. And then they built that new roller coaster, and that was really tempting. That was really tempting because I'm a huge fan of a new roller coaster. But I haven't been yet.
CYRT trip.
Hey, there we go. Maybe during the concert. Maybe when somebody's performing, we can go there, hit that.
There you go.
Hit the roller coaster up.
That's the thing I haven't determined yet. Is the concert, do they shut the park down for just the concert? Or is the park just open, everybody's out there, but nobody can get into that stadium because there's a concert? That's the only thing I haven't really looked into. But
do you got to buy 2 tickets? One to get into SeaWorld and then one to get into the concert?
Right.
Man, there's that capitalism again.
Yeah, I've seen. And in fact, I think you mentioned didn't you mention Yin Yang Twins?
Yin Yang Twins.
Yeah, I think I saw Yin Yang did SeaWorld. Yeah, so
yeah, but it was dope seeing them. But yeah,
that's dope. Yeah,
Pretty Ricky did their thing, and then Bow Wow and Soulja Boy performed together.
Okay.
But the crazy thing about it all is...
Did you Superman
that hoe?
Okay.
I cranked that Soulja Boy.
I wanted to make sure.
I was pretty surprised.
Otherwise, it's a lost cause.
I was surprised at how many Soulja Boy songs I knew.
Ah, interesting.
Because I wouldn't consider myself a Soulja Boy fan.
Right.
But as they're doing the songs, I'm like, I know...
He was there when he was on the radio, so
it was a lot.
Subliminally,
you
took it in. You took it in,
I'm like, I know more songs than I thought I did. Because they was doing the... Hopped up on my bed, turned my swag on.
Right.
I was like, okay, like I really know these songs.
Surprise yourself.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah. But nah, him and Bow Wow performing together was pretty dope because they got a couple songs together. They had that
Okay.
Marco Polo song.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had a couple songs together. But them two performing, they put on a great show. Like Bow Wow's a good performer.
Interesting.
High energy, like he commanded the stage. He was all over the place.
I've never seen him live, so
That was my first time seeing him live. But just being a fan of his, because I mean, bro's been in music since he could talk.
right.
You know, like
Snoop's video and
early Snoop Dogg, you know,
Yeah.
like he's the little kid on G's and Hustlers.
yeah.
What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a motherfucking hustler, you know, like that was fucking,
We'll have to censor that out.
we ain't censoring shit. It's CYRT. Yeah, so, you know, just knowing that he's been around and doing this for a minute.
Right.
And then Snoop even having the insight, because he was supposed to be Death Row.
Right.
So the fact that Snoop had some insight, because we got this little 6-year-old kid hanging
Yeah.
out with a bunch of,
Take him over to JD.
hanging out with a bunch of Crips and shit, you know?
Right.
And he was about that life. He was ready for it too, you know?
And you know, that's another testament to JD
Right.
because how many artists did he have that started off? I mean, Criss Cross, Usher,
Yeah.
obviously Bow Wow. I mean, he had a lot of artists that started off very young.
As kids, yeah.
So
Yeah, he's great. He can spot the talent early, you know? And even the fact that Criss Cross wasn't even artists, they just had swag, you know, is what
Right.
we would call it today.
well, they had backward clothes.
And, you know, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like they had their own personalities,
Tonight's the night.
which was a great song.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Criss Cross gave us a lot of bangers too,
Yeah.
especially off that first album. I Missed the Bus. That's back when kids were innocent, you know? Now we got,
Do you remember? I mean, I know we're sidetracking a lot right now,
we're all over the place right
but
now.
do you remember the shirts that we all wore with Taz and Bugs
Yeah.
with the crisscross clothes
Yeah.
on? That was
Back
like
clothing on? Yeah. That was everywhere.
about a year or so ago. I saw a spot that had throwback shirts
Yeah,
and it had
they
those
had that
shirts,
one?
and I had to cop. I was like, just for the nostalgia, I was like, I'm
Yeah.
getting this, and it was the front and back one too.
Nice.
So I was like, yeah, they got it.
Yeah. Those shirts were dope. Those shirts were everywhere.
Indeed,
Everybody had that shirt.
indeed.
The crisscross and the Taz. Man, those were the days.
But yeah, I
Those
mean,
were the
back to your concert though. I mean, it sounds like the energy was there. It sounds like you had a good time, and so you bounced
Yeah.
when Flow Rider
It
came
was
up.
good. Yeah, we left before Flow Rider came out. 2 reasons. One,
No apple bottom jeans,
no boots with the fur.
none of that.
No, we skipped out.
The whole world was looking at her.
because she was getting low. Yeah, but you know,
Well,
neither of us.
first she hit the floor.
Yeah, neither of us were big Flow Rider fans. But plus, you know, we wanted to get out before the rush, before the crowd and everything like that.
Yeah.
We're old. You know, my back don't back like it used to.
Let me get out this traffic. Right. I hear that.
Let me get home before.
That's crazy, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But it was a good time. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like Bow Wow put on a really good show. Surprisingly, Soulja Boy put on a good show. And Soulja Boy had a lot of fans there, you know? And
Right.
for them to be, let's call it mid-2000s, because they're like, you know, 2005, 2010, I want. That might have been around the end of it.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, there was a lot of young fans there
Interesting.
who I don't even think, they were either not born yet or they were really young.
It could have been one of them things. They just, parents listened to it and they absorbed.
And they yeah.
So, it's like me. Like, I mean, I grew up listening to what my parents listened to, right? Which for me was a mixture of jazz, classical, and then oldies, rock, and R&B and Motown.
Right.
So it was like this weird mixture of genres, which is what got me listening to all different genres of music to begin with. I mean,
yeah.
because we talk a lot about hip hop and R&B, but I listen to a lot of genres of music. I mean, there's times where I'm doing something and I zone out with jazz on. You know what I mean? It's just I like rock, I like metal, I like
Yeah.
whatever is my mood, right?
Right.
And I appreciated the fact that I absorbed the genre differences that I grew up with, and I embraced it and then widened it, I guess.
Right.
So
Added onto it.
yeah. So
And I'm imagining it was the same for you and your kids, like the music that you listen to.
yep, they kind of absorbed, and so they're all kind of like a little bit, not quite as wide as me yet, because when you're younger, you're going to be appealed to what your peers are appealed to as well,
Right.
and you might try to introduce some of that other stuff to them, and they might, and so you just like so you kind of bottleneck. But as you get older, they'll start to go back and yeah. So
And not to mention different times too, because there was a limited source of where you can get the
we had to buy discs.
music. Yeah.
It was either recorded off the radio or buy the disc.
Yeah. Like
now
those
you can just press
one
the screen.
one radio in the house that everybody was listening to. You know, now everybody has a radio in their pocket.
Yeah, don't be bumping the radio where mom's is watching TV because
Yeah, big no-no.
turn that bass down.
Big no-no.
So
Yeah, but concert was cool.
that's dope, man.
I enjoyed it. It was a good time.
I was watching Club Shay Shay, and Scarface was on.
Oh, big face.
You know, we've talked about Scarface.
Yeah,
Legend.
love it. One of the greats.
You know, listening to him throw back onto a story during COVID, and it threw me back because he was talking about how he had COVID, he got COVID, but he also had kidney failure.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, you know, that was around that time where COVID was pretty bad, you know, and I remember, you know, you heard the Tom Cruises and his wife, and
Right.
you know, you heard different, but I remember seeing the story pop up that Scarface was hospitalized, and the first thing was the kidney failure. It didn't even mention the COVID. That was later when you read the story that you saw he also was suffering from COVID symptoms,
Right.
and they said he wasn't doing too good. You know, they said that it was, you know, it wasn't looking good, right? And I'm just sitting there like, oh, like don't take Scarface, like
Yeah, that would have been a big loss.
that's a huge loss to just everything, you know, music and just as a whole. Like he's just so, you know, impactful. He's the mouth of the South, right? You know,
Yeah.
he's just one of the goats. And so I remember hearing that and being really bummed out during COVID, especially because, well, we were kind of locked down.
Yeah.
So there wasn't much to do. You were kind of just in your own thoughts and whatever was going on. So that just made it worse because it was like, you're thinking about like all the people suffering, and then you're thinking about you're locked up, and then you're seeing like one of your favorite artists,
Right.
you know, not
Going through that,
The news
yeah.
is basically saying, and there's people close to him that are kind of confirming that this ain't looking right. So he's bringing up that story, and he's talking about Jay-Z and DJ Khaled giving him a lifeline, like helping him out, and you know, and he's like, nobody can tell me nothing about either, like
Right.
for life, you
Yeah.
know. And it gave me, you know, chills essentially, like listening to his story, like it's emotional, you know, and you're listening to him speak it, and and I didn't know that part of the story. And so not knowing that, you know, and I guess it's good, you know, like the fact that sometimes it's good not to know until either much later or not at all. But I like the fact that this is like it's sort of a breaking story because it shows that there's people out there that do care about, you know, regardless of if you're talking to somebody on a daily or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know the full extent. Obviously, that's between them. But when I heard that story, I was just like, I don't know, I kind of felt overwhelmed with like a little bit of a chill, you know. And I think that's dope that you know, they reached out and they tried to make sure they could do whatever they could to
help him out.
To help him out, man.
Yeah.
Because
solid people.
Because think about it since then, right? We got Tiny Desk. We've gotten other stuff. We've gotten great interviews to begin with anyways from him, from many shows, many platforms. But that Tiny Desk performance was fantastic.
Great.
Probably one of my favorite ones, to be honest with you. There's a few of them that are great, but that's definitely on the top of my list.
Yeah, he did his thing.
So, but yeah, that was a story I saw, and I was just like, man, like, shout out Jay-Z and DJ Khaled, man.
Yeah, I mean, two solid dudes. Just in general, both of them have, outside of like any type of medical issues, just, you know, musically, career-wise, like they've done a lot of work with a lot of people and put a lot of people on, you know.
They have.
Like Khaled at his peak, you know, like everybody that you can think of, you know, Rick Ross, Drake, Lil Wayne, T-Pain, Flo Rida, like Khaled was working with everybody. Khaled was hooking everybody up.
Indeed.
And like that DJ Khaled era where he was big, and even now today, you know, a few years back, he put out the album, did a lot of tracks with Nipsey, rest in peace. You know, Justin Bieber, he's got his work with John Legend. You know,
oh yeah. I mean, the list goes on.
The list goes on. So,
and you can't forget Jay-Z's infamous line about Memphis Bleak.
Yeah.
So, you know,
what? How does it go?
Bleak could be
one hit away
his whole career, but as long as I'm alive, he's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Even if I die, he's in my will somewhere.
Yeah. So you can just
sit back. What does it say? You could just kick back and chill somewhere, something like that. Yeah. So yeah,
which is dope.
That was on Ye's song, right?
Diamonds.
Yeah, Diamonds. Yeah.
Great song, great album.
But yeah, I mean, he's always looked out for Memphis,
For
you know,
Memph, yeah.
for Memph, and and then apparently he looks out for others,
Yeah.
and I think it's dope.
And Memph isn't without his troubles, He had all on some bullshit, him doing willies in the streets. Whoever that judge was that had a hard on for him
Yeah,
was really for no reason, just giving him a hard time. But yeah, the fact that Jay-Z's always had his back, even enough to put it into songs, is pretty dope.
100%.
And then he was also Memphis Bleak was also on Drink Champs, and he did a
That's right. Yeah,
interview with them.
yeah.
And mentioned something about Jay-Z doing some new music.
Oh,
So Jay-Z might be dropping a new album.
that's at this point I don't want to even say surprising because look at all that era's artists that are dropping right now.
Yeah.
So I almost wonder if he's like, wait a minute,
Challenge accepted.
right? Yeah, like let me get a
No,
part of this.
It might be because
he brought that hunger back.
yeah, because I mean it was cool seeing one person dropping albums. Because if I'm not mistaken, and no disrespect to anybody that came out before, but I want to say Nas was like the biggest front runner that started releasing music. It was him and Hit Boy,
Yeah,
and he put out a couple albums.
yeah. I
And
think
then,
Nas and
and then I feel like Busta dropped music.
Busta dropped it because he came out with that was the album with like you.
Yeah. Anarchy
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great,
so-
some great songs, some great bangers off of that one.
That was with Anderson .Paak. I love that
Anderson
video.
.Paak, yeah.
That video was so
Great
dope.
video. Great video, great
The
song.
Spy versus Spy.
Yeah. And then, we get music from Kanye, we get music from LL Cool J.
Yeah, then you started getting into the Redmans and the
Yeah. Now
Exhibits.
Wu-Tang's putting out music,
Wu-Tang.
Exhibits got music, Too Short's got music.
The crazy
E40's got
part.
music.
The crazy part is Wu-Tang is putting out music, but then the Wu-Tang members are
Yeah,
putting out music
individuals,
too.
yeah.
So it's like you got both.
Because Raekwon's
album is out, and that's dope. And Ghostface
is
just dropped. Yeah, so
yeah, man, everybody.
Supreme Clientele too. So yeah,
Everybody. Yeah, man, it's so crazy.
so
Yeah, but so there possibly is. He possibly got tapped, and he's
Ooh.
like, "Hold on, I wanna play."
J 2025 or 2026 maybe.
Yeah,
Depending.
I'm gonna assume 2026. I mean, there's no details on it or anything. He just mentioned, Jay's in the studio.
Hey, we still got time. 2025. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
saying.
it's possible. It's possible because it's not like he writes anything down, so he could knock it out in a day, I guess.
Right.
Jay-Z is that man, is that dude. Yeah, but I mean, this will be the first thing he's put out since 444.
444.
And that was what, 2017?
17, I think.
When that
yeah.
dropped?
Yeah.
And I was late on that. I didn't even catch it until 2020.
This is not me necessarily being negative, but so like Story of OJ, right? I thought that song
Love
was
that.
I thought that song was cool. I liked it. 444 obviously, and the first track, which was Kill Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So it was a couple tracks on there. It was cool, but that was like when I go through my Jay-Z playlist, a lot of 444 doesn't come up, and it's not a knock. It just isn't that album for me.
Yeah. Well, I got a hot take for you.
You got a hot take.
I got a hot take.
All right, so we're gonna spin it up. Let's get it in.
Let's do another one.
It's time for another hot take brought to you by the handcrafted brews at Throttle House Coffee and Tea.
Order yours at throttlehousecoffee.com. That's throttle, H-A-U-S, coffee.com. Shout out to Throttle House Coffees and Teas, bringing you the latest hot take.
Hot take and good coffee and teas.
And good coffee and teas to drink while you listen to this hot take.
Indeed, I recommend the hibiscus berry if you're gonna go tea. Very good.
Very flavorful. I smelled it. Smelled delicious.
Tastes equally as delicious.
Delicious and nutritious.
So
Good yet good for ya. Yeah, but anyway, 444 album was life-changing for me.
life-changing.
Literally. Like,
Now, I've heard that term used for an abundance of other albums, and that would include various other Jay-Z albums. But I've never heard that said about 444.
yeah.
So this,
I'm a huge fan of that
I
album.
feel like we need to run the hot take music again.
Let's play it again. No, I'm kidding. Nah, seriously. And I don't know if the timing was just right. Because again, like I stumbled across it late.
Okay.
I stumbled across it literally 2020 during pandemic.
So you're 3 years behind.
Working from home. I've got YouTube music playing on the TV, so videos are popping up. And then this is my first time seeing Story of OJ. And the visuals
So
alone,
so you saw the video first.
I saw the video first.
Got you.
That's what got
Okay.
me. That's what got me onto the album.
That's a good song.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just the message that was in it,
Right.
you know, is really what stuck with me. And at that time, you know, I'm going through, I don't know, whatever it is that I'm going through,
Right.
because it is pandemic, so people were going through a lot.
You were buying pops.
I don't think so.
You
I think that started later.
started after. I thought maybe that's what started the addiction.
Nah, I think that came after pandemic.
Oh, okay.
But nah, like I was definitely going through a growth period, you know, some self-improvement type work that I was doing.
I think a lot of people had that reflection moment, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not able to go anywhere.
Well, I mean, you were, and not that I want to call it a life or death experience. I mean, so yes, it was a
certain
lot
degree.
of people facing their mortality.
Right.
And I did catch COVID a couple times. Never was on a ventilator or anything like that.
Mm.
But you know, I was definitely going through some emotional growth.
Right.
You know, and
444 was the one that did it.
444. Well, hearing it at that time, I think is what opened me up to receiving it the way that I did.
Mm.
Because it really, I mean, between everything that was going on, you know, with the George Floyd that was happening, it just put me in a space of thinking that we as a country are not as far along as I thought that we were. Because I thought, you know, like when I think of George Floyd, I think of Rodney King. Literally 90s. So we're
Right.
talking 30 years later.
Right.
I'm imagining we're beyond a type of Rodney King event at this point.
And yet it's
'Cause
a
we've-
similar deja vu.
Because
Yeah.
we've grown, we've developed, we had a black president. Like the country is progressing forward, you know?
Right. I mean, I'm not going to even lie. Even from my standpoint, I thought we were beyond that until
Yeah.
the George Floyd.
So
thing.
George Floyd really shook me. And then just hearing about all the stuff that was happening,
Yeah.
it really put me in a weird space. And something about that album just inspired the hell out of me, you know? Like
got you.
hearing that song, it resonated with me. And then I'm like, you know, what album is this from? Like, I can't believe I haven't heard this before. Like 2017, like I'm sleeping, you know?
Yeah.
So then I pull up the album and I'm listening to it. And the first thing it hits me with is Kill Jay-Z.
It's you know what? I will say that as the kickoff track, the lead off track,
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
I mean, it just it does that. I agree.
I thought it was genius because again, like I'm going through a change.
Yeah.
And he's literally talking about the death of his old self for the birth of his new self.
Mhm.
So I'm
It resonated.
I'm
perfectly.
invested at this point.
Yeah.
You know? So like Kill Jay-Z, definitely hit with me. Story of OJ hit with me.
Yeah.
Smile. I love Smile
That's the one with his
with his mom.
with his mom, right?
Yeah.
Spoken word.
And I love that one. One, the fact that he has his mom in there. Two, that he's telling the story about him and his mom, the family dynamics and
Mhm.
everything like that, the struggles that she had. Like the whole thing just hit me. And then, you know, just props for putting his mom's on because she's going to get residuals from this for the rest of her
For
life.
sure.
Even if it's fractions of a penny per stream,
Per
but
stream, right?
it's still something, you know?
You know, it's a trip. You know, the way you're bottling this together, it's a trip. How, because I can relate, not with the 444 album per se, but how sometimes unexpected music can hit you, and it might be something that you've already heard, or
Right.
it might be something new, but it can hit you at that right time.
Yeah, and you hear it with
And
different ears.
You remember, it reminds me of the White Man Can't Jump. You're hearing it, but you ain't,
But you
you're
ain't
not
listening.
listening.
Yeah.
You know? So, sometimes, it takes something like a being isolated because of COVID, or being isolated for whatever reason, or being by
Yeah.
yourself to listen
Yeah.
and to really hear it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so, yeah. I mean, I totally get that. I didn't have that obviously with this album.
Right. And I don't think a lot of people, you know, I've heard a lot of people say this isn't his best work, and which I get, but also at the same time, I don't think he was making this to try to be the best. You know?
Right.
Like this to me, the way that I see it, this was an apology album. Because this happened after his
get some shit
transgressions.
off his chest. And,
This happened after his transgressions with his wife and everything like that. You
Mhm.
know, Becky with the good hair. You know, Beyonce said her piece. And, you know, which brings me up to the next song that impacted me, 444.
Right.
Because finding out that, you know, that's the time that it hit him to make this song.
Mm.
the fact that he's literally showing his vulnerability, confessing what not specifically exactly what he did in details, but
For
you know,
sure.
it was definitely his apology to his wife and his family.
Right.
You know, what am I
Right.
gonna say to Blue when she gets old enough and asks me about this stuff? You know, so it just really hit me in a spot where I was like, yeah, this album is changing.
So with that said, because it spoke to you the way it did, which, like I said, timing is everything. You know,
Right,
that's
right.
just one of those things. So I totally feel that because you know I've had similar experience. Is there like a verse or a line or something that just really hits home?
Actually, yeah, and it's from Story of OJ. Financial
Okay.
freedom's our only hope. Fuck living rich and dying broke.
Ah,
And that in itself, like it just made me think differently about life in general.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, I'm already fortunate enough that I'm that I'm out of the rat race, I'm
Right.
off the hamster wheel. You know, I did my time in the military. I'm collecting my pension and my retirement and everything like that. So, you know, anything else that I do is just bonus on top of that.
right.
But that made me realize, you know, like I need to focus on more than just me. Like I'm good
Right.
as far as I'm concerned. Like I'm set for the rest of my life. But hearing that album, hearing what I feel was his love for his family, even in releasing the album, you know, it made me realize, you know, like there's more people to think about than just myself.
Indeed.
And now it's like that, especially with that you know statement, financial freedom's our only hope. It really hit me and made me think like I got to figure out how to grow my bubble so that not only am I good, but everybody that's around me is good.
Right.
Like now I'm trying to take care of a whole village.
There it is.
You know, and starting with the family, then started with the immediate family, try to grow it to the extended family. Whatever I can do while I'm alive. You know?
Right.
Like my goal is to leave this earth at least a millionaire.
Right.
At least. Like I gotta leave some type of legacy to my family. Which wasn't like before 444 really didn't have that, you know? Like I was ready to live in a trailer down by the river.
Millionaire assets, millionaire cash flow.
Millionaire cash flow.
So not including assets.
Not including assets.
Gotcha.
Assets on top of that, but like to
Yeah.
have a net worth of $1 million invested, life insurance, stock market, whatever you want to call it. But
That's
because
what's up.
with that, you know, invested properly, the interest on that
Right.
is only gonna grow. So keep investing that, let the interest grow, let that money double. Because on average, it'll take anywhere from 7 to 10 years for your money to double.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know, I'm slow game, long game. My goal is to be a millionaire by 75.
Okay.
But I've got systems in place that'll help me accomplish that goal. If it happens sooner than that, more power, you know,
There it
all the
is.
better. But yeah.
That's what's up. No, so I mean,
long story short, 444 was a life-changing album.
it sounds. I was about to say, it sounds like that you weren't meant to hear that album when it came out, and you were meant to hear it when you
when
heard
I heard it. Yeah.
and you know, and that's why it resonates so strongly.
Yeah.
So hot take accepted.
It's still not moving up on your list.
I
though,
mean,
but
it's got, like I said, it's got some tracks that I'm cool with, but like, and when I think Jay-Z albums, it's definitely not topping my list of Jay-Z albums.
yeah. Well,
It's hard to put anything above Reasonable Doubt when it comes to Jay-Z.
Reasonable Doubt was a great album.
So
yeah, I don't think I'm putting it, you know, on the top of the list as a great album.
but just life
But
changing.
like for what it is, like that to me personally,
That's dope.
it's
though.
a great album. But
That's dope. It's dope. It's dope to have that connection though. It's
Yeah.
dope to have that connection to something like that when it hits at that moment. You know,
Yeah.
because like you said, it's eye opening. It's
Yeah.
everything. You know,
Yeah.
it's an emotion. So
Yeah.
well that was the hot take, sponsored by
Throttle House Coffees and Teas.
Get some at throttleHouseCoffee.com. A house spelled
HAUS.
Get some. So kicking it back to the entertainment biz. Well, not that music isn't entertainment, but movies. We like movies.
Movies. We love movies.
Is that the theme song to this segment? I'm gonna don't take that soundbite.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get Michael B to get the soundbite right
That's
there and
right.
turn that into a jingle.
that's right.
There's some sequels and some reboots coming up.
Yeah, I
What?
seen. They're doing a Blade reboot.
Yes, that was first on the list.
Yeah.
I'm ever since I've been talking about Blade for what 15 years.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been hoping for a Wesley Snipes reprisal of the role. Doesn't
Right.
sound like that's happening in this case. Well, aside from Deadpool, which was really cool
right.
to see.
It was cool seeing Wesley Snipes as Blade in Deadpool.
You know, but this
But
one is not.
Blade will not be in the reboot. It's gonna
Well,
be
Blade will be, but Wesley Snipes won't be.
right. Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes will not be in the reboot. It'll be Mahershala Ali.
Okay.
For those who are familiar. And there's not much that they're saying about the movie. You know, this thing has originally been announced in 2019,
It's Marvel, so you know there's always a locked door. There's leaks that happen, but
Yeah.
it's frowned upon.
but there's a lot that's been going on behind the scenes. You know, different scripts, different people having their hands on it, people pulling out. But the only thing that we do know is he's going to be Blade, and then two other actors that are going to be involved are Mia Goth and Delroy Lindo.
Okay.
So they're gonna start filming next year in 2026,
About time.
and you know there really isn't much else that we know about it. But
I'm
you know,
excited for a Blade movie. I can honestly say of that trilogy, there's nothing that tops the first one. I thought the first one was just super dope. I think the third one was better than the second one.
I agree. The second one was kind of campy, and I think it typical Hollywood fashion. I think they just put out the second one to ride on the wave of the first one.
Right.
But the third one, I think because the second one didn't do as good as they thought it would,
Step the game
they put a
up.
little more
Yeah.
effort into the third one.
Yeah.
You know, and shout out to Ryan Reynolds for his
Right.
appearance. You know,
Right.
which ironically, we've got Ryan Reynolds in a Blade movie, and then we got Blade in a Deadpool movie played by Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Right. So another sequel on the list that I saw is Cool Runnings
Cool running.
Part 2. Are you
Feel the
dead,
rhythm.
man?
Feel the rhythm.
Right.
Sanka, you dead?
Dead man. So this time around, it's an all women cast, and
Following the Ghostbusters route.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Contrary to what some people may think, oh, here we go again. Let's recast with different, genders and whatnot. This is actually based on the real life women's Jamaican bobsled team that debuted in 2018.
Nice.
So this is actually, again, based on a real event.
Yeah.
Similar to the way the first one was.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there was some liberties taken to make
Right.
it a fun family film.
Shout out to John Candy.
John Candy,
Man.
right?
Great actor.
But this one will be women, and it'll be all new story because it's a whole new occurrence that happened in real life.
Yeah. Little sidetrack. You remember Camp Candy, the cartoon?
I don't.
Really?
No.
Man, you gotta look that up. Find some clips on YouTube.
Oh man.
At Camp
Candy.
Candy.
I remember being pretty young, and I know the movie had already been out, but I remember there was a movie called Great Outdoors that had
Yeah.
in it. And I remember laughing at some of the idiocracies in that movie as
Yeah.
a kid. So
Yeah, man. John
Um,
Candy had his role in Home Alone, the polka player, the tuba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Nah, Cool Runnings 2. I'm looking forward. I enjoyed the first one.
first one was for me. I don't put it on the top of any of my lists, but it's still a movie that I can enjoy.
Yeah.
I enjoy. I remember enjoying it when I was younger, and I enjoy it now.
That's childhood nostalgia.
Yeah, it's just a fun movie.
Right there, you know?
So,
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it's a Winter Olympic sport by a team that
Coming from a summer island.
yeah, coming from an island paradise to a certain degree,
Yeah.
it's like, come on. So, but
yeah, the most unorthodox bobsled team in the world. You
Right.
know? Yeah.
So
Odds against them. But nah, that'll be pretty cool. Do they have a cast listing yet?
there is, I don't think, a cast listing that I know of,
Ooh, I wonder who they
So-
could pick.
but I'm sure there's plenty of qualified candidates.
So let's see if I had to
They're,
assume,
they're gonna put Zendaya.
probably. I mean, I feel like she's pretty hot. Zendaya. I mean, she's dating Peter Parker, so
It's Peter Parker. She dates a fictional character.
she dates Spider-Man. I could see her in it. Maybe Keke Palmer's everywhere right now.
She's in everything, so why not, right?
So I could see them tagging her. Somebody that I just seen.
And that's not a knock. She's in everything for a reason.
No, in a good
I
way.
just want to clear that up.
In a good way.
When I said
Yeah.
she's in everything, it's because there's a reason for it.
Nah, I love the work that she did in One of Them Days.
One of Them Days is hilarious.
With
And I'm
SZA.
glad there's a sequel coming to that.
Yeah, they're doing another one with that. I mean, maybe they could tag SZA for this. That would be crazy too.
Right?
She did her work in that. She was in The Pickup with Eddie Murphy.
Right.
She's
been in a lot of stuff, man.
Doing her thing. She's got her talk show.
So
she's out there. She's great.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty to choose from. I'm looking forward to kind of seeing if there's any nostalgic references or whatnot. But the fact that it's a whole new story, I'm just looking for a new good movie.
Yeah.
So and lastly, I wanted to bring up that I'm actually kind of excited to see is the Ninja Turtles movie, the Last Ronin, the Raphael joint comes out Christmas of this year, man. So
damn, Christmas Day
this year.
Seems like a dark movie to come out on Christmas.
Well, it is rated R.
A rated R Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
It is rated R. So
welcome to 2025.
And Anne Hathaway is April O'Neil. So there you
go. Okay.
I won't comment further. But no, I'm actually really looking forward to it. I mean, the Last Ronin story is a tale that is going to translate to film very well.
Yeah, I'm not that familiar with it. You know, I'm old school Ninja Turtles, so give me some ice cream on a pizza.
Cowabunga.
Yeah.
I'm Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle trying to pass the diving level on the Nintendo game.
Man, that one was so hard.
The worst level ever.
That one was so hard. Great game. All the games back then.
Classic.
Man. You can't.
I mean, I beat that game, but I
don't think I beat any
defusing
Nintendo
those bombs.
Game. I don't think I beat any Nintendo game.
I said moms. Defusing those bombs. Defusing those moms.
You defusing moms. I defuse moms like Hiroshima.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I think that one's going to be really solid.
Yeah,
I'm hoping it's going to be really solid.
That'll be cool.
But the fact that it's rated R, I feel like gives it a little bit more potential because it's obviously going to be more violent too.
Yeah.
So and there's a reason for the violence. I'm not going to get into the spoilers of the story.
I wonder how much, if any, levity that they're going to put into it. You know, like I know it's not going to be full on like a Deadpool where there's a zinger at every turn, but I wonder if they're going to have a couple moments to like lighten the mood. After
I feel like there will be. I feel like there'll be moments
like a early Marvel movie, you know, not like the later Marvel movies.
I think
once Disney took over.
I think there's gonna be violence, a little bit of vulgarity that you're not used to seeing with
I
Ninja
imagine
Turtles.
that. I'm looking forward to that part.
But I believe that there'll be some of that. I think some of that vulgarity is going to be in a sort of a comic to a certain
comic way, yeah.
You know, to a certain degree. Not Deadpool like, but in a just to keep certain situations light, smart ass, if you will. So. But yeah, that's the list I have right now as far as upcoming, and sequels and follow-ups, films.
That's pretty cool.
Things I'm looking forward to.
Looking forward to checking those out. I mean, Ronin would be at the bottom of my list, but definitely.
Out of the ones I mentioned, I think that's top for me. I think I'd put that up there, and then Blade's are really close. I mean, it might be a tie between those two, but Blade's coming out, at least a year or so later.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those two Cool Runnings I'll see. But
yeah, that one straight for the childhood nostalgia.
Yeah. But I think Ronin, I have a hunch this is gonna be dope. So,
and what type of look is this? Is this gonna be animated, live action?
I think it's fully live action, just with CG similar to the other Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
cool.
It's gonna be all. So you'll probably get some blood and gore. It's gonna be all violent and dark and. Rated R.
Looking forward to it on Christmas Day, nonetheless.
Nothing like a violent rated R movie that says Christmas.
It's a great Christmas movie.
It's like Die Hard, Christmas movie.
Gremlins,
also a Christmas movie.
It's a little bit of, I don't know if we can say there was too much gore in that, but there definitely was some.
Well, there was some green blood when he got put in the blender. So blended gremlin smoothies.
Reach for the sprinkles. On a final note, I saw that the Cambridge Dictionary added 6,000 new words.
Do me a favor, read them all real quick, yeah?
Yeah, there's not enough time for that.
I'm the fastest reader in the world.
Did you see?
Yeah,
Did you see?
Yeah.
He just flipped the book.
I'm done.
What'd the book say?
It was a book. I think there was a the.
Didn't you hear me?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you hard of hearing?
Play it in slow motion.
Yeah, but some of the most mentionable words that I noticed were
Let me guess. I feel like I see. I was gonna go with the.
Go with the obvious.
We made fun of the
I'm
slang,
gonna
so
say
I was gonna go with
go with the obvious.
skibbities, the rizzes, and all that.
Skibidi is
But
one of the
I
words.
thought that was see, I thought that was already put in the dictionaries like last year or something. Maybe that was Webster's. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I thought that was already a thing.
I don't know.
So
I
now-
mean, it's a thing, but now it's an official word.
So now I'm twisted up then because I thought that I was about to say it, but then I thought second guessed it and I thought it was old already.
I don't know. We have to check that one out. But if it is, they just added it to their dictionary.
So they added skibidi.
Skibidi,
Okay, so what do they put as the official definition of skibidi?
a nonsense word popularized by a viral YouTube series called Skibidi Toilet, often used humorously or ironically, and it can be used as an adjective with meanings ranging from cool to bad, or even without a specific meaning.
I had that as a kid. We called it Smurf.
We called it Smurf, yeah.
Go Smurf yourself.
Yeah, so now you can go Skibidi yourself.
Sweet.
That's so Skibidi.
Sweet. Shut up, Meg.
Yeah. Another word, and this is all Gen Alpha slang.
Of course.
They've really, which just trips me out because when
No
it was
cap.
our slang,
No cap.
that's old now. I want to say that's Gen Z slang,
Oh,
which is crazy
Damn
because
it.
that seemed like it wasn't that long
how
ago,
skibidi of me.
right? But it's crazy because when our slang came out, there was a huge resistance to adding, ain't to the
Right.
dictionary. Ain't a word. You just used it twice in a sentence.
There's no riz in that word, man.
Riz is actually one of the words too, which is ridiculous to me because Riz is just short for charisma.
Charisma, yeah.
But they actually put the word Riz into the dictionary.
I've heard people in the younger generation deny that riz is short for charisma.
Well, of course, they want to think that they have a language that the old people don't know anything about.
Riz.
But it's the same thing with us. We had our slang that was backwards from everything else because when we said it was bad, we meant it was good.
Well, that was I call that black slang versus white
slang.
oh, that's cool. Oh, that's hot.
hot.
So
You down?
I'm up for it. So yeah,
No,
I mean
so-
but a lot of our slang, regardless of the new slang, a lot of our slang still resonates and is still used.
It still hits.
There's a lot of slang that has come and gone,
Yeah.
but people still say cool. And I'm not saying the cool is our gen per se, but cool is still around.
Yeah.
Dope is still around. Tight. There's
I think cool is a Gen X thing, maybe tail end of the boomers,
yeah.
but definitely,
But like saying dope, saying tight,
yeah, moded,
moded, that's fire. I mean, people still say fire.
yeah,
So fire has turned into, instead of saying it, just put the emoji.
right,
So
yeah, you just flame it up.
but there's a lot of things
Yeah,
that
they
there
went
was
to hieroglyphics,
right. So
But yeah, another one was Delulu,
Delulu
which is just short for delusional. Yeah,
creative.
and then surprisingly, tradwife,
All right.
which I'm sure everybody can figure out means traditional wife, which is a wife like Leave It to Beaver,
Or just a wife.
but a traditional wife, not a non-traditional wife. I don't know.
Interesting.
But another one, we mentioned Riz. Riz is in there.
Yeah. yeah.
Again, another one that doesn't make sense because it's just short for charisma.
Well, you just said that one a minute ago. You were repeating.
Did I say that one twice?
Yeah.
'Cause you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
You're all rizzed up. You're acting really
I am.
skibidi right
I
now.
am.
No cap.
I'm risen. I'm risen out of my mind. Did I do sus?
You did sus.
Damn.
You just rinse and repeat now.
Might as well. Did I do skibidi? No, I'm just playing.
No skibidi. I got to bag it up.
But there is
I'm
one.
gonna do let's call Teddy Riley. Let's get a remix going. No
Yeah, let's
skibidi.
do it. We need a remix. Diddy, you available?
No.
Diddy made dope remixes, man.
No. We'll go with Teddy Riley.
Diddy put the baby oil on it, man.
No, Teddy Riley and Dr. Dre and MC Light can come through.
All about the Benjamins.
And
Come
we'll
on.
no, it's No Diggity remix called No Skibidi, and we're gonna get MC Light back, and we're getting Dre, and we're getting Teddy Riley. There's gonna be no Diddy involved.
Let's do a ladies' night remix.
Ooh,
Yeah. But last but not least, I got one more that I saw that I thought was interesting, and it's pronounced. It's pronounced look, but it's spelled Lewk.
okay.
No, WK.
And with that, I think we've reached
The
it.
definition of that one: a particular style, fashion, or outfit, a set of clothes worn together, especially one that is unusual and impressive, such as your look is given Barbie, but LEWK. So,
Stupid.
yes. Thank you, Gen Alpha, for your contributions to the English language.
I feel like we've inched closer to idiocracy becoming a reality.
You got your clogs on? Crocs. You got your Crocs
I was
on?
gonna say Crocs. You mean Crocs, right?
Same thing. They're just as ridiculous.
Oh my God! Brought to you by Carl Jr.
And Brondo.
They've got electrolytes. It's what plants crave. So with that, hit that subscribe button
Like,
many times and
like,
share it all and
comment, share.
hit us up for anything that you want to hear us talk about. We're appreciating the DMs we're getting with some subject matter, and we've taken some of it into account and brought it into the show. So definitely speak out on that, DM or comment.
Hey,
And
man. Thanks for everybody that listens. Thanks for everybody that watches. Appreciate the sharing and the tagging.
we'll see you next CYRT day and CYRT time, Tuesday at 6.
AM.
And with that, can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
Can You Reach That? Brought to you by Double One Entertainment in Coopersville. Hosted by Tango and Coop. And created and edited by Tim Greenlee and Brandon Adolphus. Music, sound design, and editing by Michael B. That's me. Visual art and graphic design by Jonathan Greenlee. Additional visual design by Timothy Greenlee.
Can you reach that?